DC's cherry blossoms reach stage 5, puffy white blossom. The Yoshino cherry trees at the tidal basin have reached the last stage before peak bloom, puffy white blossom. Washington. The iconic cherry blossoms are continuing their journey toward peak bloom, officially reaching stage 5, or puffy white blossoms, March 23, 2025, according to the National Park Service. The blooming process began with stage 1 on March 11, followed by stage 2 on March 16, and quickly progressed to stage 3 by March 19, and stage 4 coming just a day later on March 20. Stage 5's puffy white blossom is the final stage before peak bloom arrives. In comparison, the cherry blossoms followed a different timeline in recent years. Last year, stage 1 started on March 2, while in 2023, budding began as early as February 23, with stage 3 occurring by March 7 and peak bloom arriving on March 23. 6 NPS cherry blossom stages. NPS estimates that DC's cherry blossoms will reach peak bloom between March 28 to 31 this year. The 6 tracked stages of bloom progression are: green bud florets, visible extension of florets, peduncle elongation, puffy blossom, peak bloom. To predict peak bloom, the NPS closely monitors indicator trees, which bloom ahead of the rest. Experts rely on temperature trends, historical records, and real-time observations to refine their estimates. However, predicting peak bloom remains a challenge, with timing sometimes shifting unexpectedly, such as in 2021, when peak bloom arrived a week earlier than forecasted. Weather's impact on blooming. Weather conditions play a crucial role in the cherry blossom's development. Warm temperatures accelerate blooming, while cold snaps slow it down. The earliest recorded peak bloom was on March 15, 1990. The latest peak bloom occurred on April 18, 1958, due to prolonged cold weather. In 2017, a late freeze between March 14 and 17 damaged nearly half of the blossoms, despite peak bloom arriving on March 25. Where to see the blossoms? The obvious spot to see DC's cherry blossom trees is around the tidal basin. However, with more than 1 million visitors expected for peak bloom, it can get crowded. It's not the only place to see cherry blossoms in DC, however. Here are some other places to see the district's blooming tradition. Related. 9+ places to see the cherry blossoms in DC outside of the tidal basin. As DC inches closer to peak bloom, all eyes will be on the tidal basin, where these delicate flowers transform the city into a breathtaking springtime spectacle.